Trying this again. Intro. Technical difficulties. Intro. We are trying again, but I think there's another ad. Introduction. Hopefully this one will be good, folks. Introductions are better than goodbyes. Intro. All goodbyes should just be see you laters. Intro. Okay, I think the ad's over now. I hope this works this time. I must having some serious technical difficulties. And we had like all our people in here too. That really sucked. No, you didn't get booted. I was having a bunch of technical difficulties and that stream wouldn't do audio and video. It kept giving me errors. So I just made a new one. That's usually how I make it work. I would never boot you from the boat, Lacey Silver. You're too sweet. You're just too sweet. Jeremy Fowler, good morning. I live for now, Shannon Smith. Matrix Rabbit, Millie the Dandelion, Shannon Smith, Tina Marie. Man, I feel bad for Russ. He was driving, and then I had to shut the stream down. Such a bummer. But yeah, guys, I've got some sweet stuff to talk about today. I have lots to share. Can't think of a better name. Good morning. We're gonna hang out for just a second, let some people show up before I get into the nitty-gritty. But suffice it to say, yesterday it went mind-blowingly well. Ahoy again, Seventh Son. Welcome in. TKK, fantastic. Yeah, my last stream had some technical difficulties. It kept giving me errors, and I didn't want to deal with it. So this is the solution. Brianna Miller. Woohoo! Yeah, no. We are doing this thing, I promise. If there's any technical difficulties while I'm on the road, just know that I will be coming right back. I just am figuring it out. Right now, I'm running the internet off the car battery because our portable big lithium-ion battery ran out. So it might get a little bit hairier moving forward, but I have all kinds of other plans of ways to do things. So that being said, yeah, if that happens, just have faith. I promise I'm coming right back. Just trying to handle the technical difficulties. Mist Dragon, good morning. It's been a long time. I hope this message finds you well, Mist. I absolutely love the Mist Dragon coffee mugs that I have now. And by the way, not weighed down. Gypsy Soul, hello. Can you see me? I'm not hiding. This is like a comfortable way for me to keep the camera like level and not shaky on me, because there's not really a lot of places to set it up. I'm very sunburned, Shannon. That's the color of most of my body right now, actually. We built an entire dome 2 days ago, the first day, and it was all in the sun. There wasn't any shade. We had to make the shade, right? So, and the dome took, I want to say 4 or 5 hours, something like that. And I have a time lapse of it. So once I get that put together, I'll share it with you guys. Robin Miners, hello. Spike ZZZ. Miss Dragon says, I wish it was good. I'm getting ready to go talk to a nurse practitioner about my breast biopsy. Well, I'm saying, I'm sending love, thoughts, prayers, all kinds of good vibes, Mist. We're going to keep you in our thoughts. So far, the trip's going great, Robin. I know everything that I was like nervous about just didn't go poorly at all. It went very well. And I think a lot of that's due to my communication, my peer support from my friends, and my willingness to tackle adversity. You know, my willingness to get in there and fucking, pardon my language, make my life better. So yeah, it went really well. Jane Aldrich, hello, good morning. I live for now. Okay, maybe I'll get into it now. Spanx looks like he's 8 years old at his height. Head height on the seat. Yeah, I'm check this out. I'll turn the camera around. My knees are in the driver's seat. But yeah, so the opening ceremony happened yesterday, guys. Nancy Drew, welcome in. And I will tell you all about the girl, Matrix Rabbit. I will tell you all about the girl. The opening ceremony was yesterday. And Creepy B, welcome in. Peak Car Comfy. My back may need to be rearranged after this, but for now, it is stressless and convenient. So you may see me adjust. You probably will see me adjust. This isn't a This isn't a forever position. Meow meow. Hello, Flick Fox. Yeah, I will tell. I will tell all. All will be told. Yeah, let's get Russ a link to those mugs. I don't know where the link is. I received them through my pops. If I had the link, I would post it. But no, there's actually multiple girls to speak about now. One that I haven't spoken about yet, so that one's going to be more fun. I guess they're both fun because it's just all great. It's all gravy. It's the gravy train. But yeah, opening ceremony. This festival is much more about recovery and living a better life. It's much more about lifeboat stuff than I had knew. It's literally all about lifeboat stuff. In the opening ceremony, they were talking about all kinds of stuff. They were talking about concepts of recovery. They were talking about breaking addiction cycles. I'm going to do an overview before I get into details. They were talking about sober spaces. There's a large contingency of Native Americans here, and I think it's because we're on native land. In fact, I shouldn't say I think. Part of the opening ceremony was in the native way, describing to us the boundaries of the land, the protection of the... I wish I had the words. He spoke about his grandfather and his father, and the women spoke about their grandmothers and their mothers, and generational cycles, breaking them. And he said a lot about this is a sober space. There's no alcohol in this circle around this fire, and this happens to be the fire where the opening ceremony was happening. And he said there shouldn't really be any alcohol at this festival at all. And I know I have seen alcohol at the festival, but just hearing the facilitator of the festival say that that's not what this is about. This is about cleansing. This is about getting to know your true self, who you really are. It's about putting the substances down. It's about not abusing plant medicine. That was a big one. He talked about, we all know about plant medicine. 5x5, 5x5, 5x5x5, 5x5, 5x5, 5. Okay, Flick Fox got me. Shannon Smith got me. I think I have to open the car door every 5 minutes, dude. This is gonna be a slog, but we're gonna get through it. It's gonna do it again. I'm waiting. I don't want to blow. I don't want to blow all I got on on a frozen stream. Hold on, guys. Thanks for bearing with me here. We literally just lost half the audience to this crap. Maybe it's good now? I'm gonna act like it's good now, I guess. Dang, that blows, guys. Interesting views. I was born in Texas, but I moved around a lot due to my parents' addiction. And right now I'm in New Mexico, but I spent, I guess, a predominant amount of my time in Utah. I could say I'm from Utah. Sorry, guys. Well, here we go. Dev Ryle, would you like to explain yourself? But yeah, I'm breaking addiction cycles. I can't even remember what the heck I was talking about, guys. Thanks for your support, Jeremy. I appreciate you. Purple Berry, good to see you. Well, I don't even remember where I was, guys. The facilitator was really cool, though. He was talking about his generational trauma. He was talking about the DARE program. Oh, yeah, no alcohol. It's really cool to see... I'm doing really good, guys. It's really cool to see that at a festival like this. To have the facilitator say, yo, this isn't about plant medicine. It's about not abusing plant medicine. This is about getting to know yourself. This is about living a better life. Everything that we talk about, he just had words that I've never used before. The way that he laid it out was just so beautiful. I wish I had recorded it. But yeah, this whole thing is about that. I met a guy yesterday. You get banned. That's what you do. You're in Albuquerque, Spike? I'm in Aztec right now, right on the border of Colorado, at a resort called Tico Time. Um, I'm pretty sure there are still tickets available. I don't know exactly how that works. Um, you could also try to crash the party, but I didn't say that out loud. Yeah, what was I gonna do? Do. The trolls are out early, but it's all right. That just means I'm growing. If that connection issue hadn't happened, we would probably be still going up in numbers. But yeah, Colorado, New Mexico, breaking addiction cycles. Good lord, that was difficult. So I'm really excited. I met a guy. His name's Angel. He's camped across the street from us, and he has spent half of his life in prison. He is 23 years old, and he spent 12 years in juvenile detention in prison. He got out in January. So he's now traveling the country. He's hitchhiking the country, backpacking with his dog, completely living a different life. Like us talk. I feel like that's probably the best way to go about that. He's lived half of his life in a cage. You know what I mean? But like, what a guy though. What a really good dude. Like I can't tell you like the wild black and white difference between outward appearance and like who he is on the inside. Like, and it's crazy because like the people that I'm with, I'm rough around the edges. And when these people met me, I looked like this guy did without the tattoos. You know what I mean? And they saw who I was on the inside and welcomed me in. And I literally just got to watch that happen with this guy. And I think that's such a beautiful thing. Such a beautiful thing. Clayton said, I'll give you free lessons for life. We were spinning last night. We were fire dancing, and he said, yo, I need to do this. Clayton said, I'll give you free lessons for your entire life. Hang out with us. So that means he's in. That means he's a part of. He's been extended the hand and welcomed and given the big hug. Hi, Adrian. And yeah, maybe I'll talk about the girls now, and we can come back to the opening ceremony stuff. So, my friend arrived, and I was not looking forward to that conversation, but you know what that was all about, dude? There was uncertainty in me on like where I stood, right? If I don't know where I stand, I can't solve. I can't like stand my ground if I don't know where I stand, right? And also, I didn't really know her perspective because I hadn't asked. You know what I mean? And I knew there was more to it. And what I chose to do was I brought it to my brother Clayton. He's kind of like he's like our figurehead. He's like the one that brings us all together. And I told him what was going on. I told him I need to, have this conversation with her so that we can be friends again, so that we can heal the hurt, and bridge the gap between us. And he shared some insight with me that totally changed the entire game for me. He told me a little story about an interaction they had back when we were living together. He said that she had reached out to him and expressed that it was really difficult to watch me crashing and burning the way that I was. And those aren't the words, right? But that's the gist. And I looked back and thought about it, and I was like, wow, it probably was super difficult to see that happen. Because, I know I said this a little bit yesterday, but we were so close. Like, the best of friends. And I can honestly say we're probably, headed back to a realm similar to that now. But that insight was very helpful, because when I saw her, I couldn't help but give her a big hug and apologize for, you know, her having to see that happen, having to watch me like waste away. And it was really good. We talked about it, and then we like hung out all night. So that was really good. We healed as much as we could, and the rest is history. It's gonna take time and experiences, right? So really stoked on that, guys. Really, like so stoked on that, guys. I can't even tell you. That was like the biggest source of nervousness. It was the biggest source of nervousness. Oh, my back. We're gonna straighten up a little bit. But yeah, handled that stuff, dude. Holy crap. Rocket Queen, good to see ya. Is Dev Ryle still in here? I feel like I banned them. The one. Interesting. That guy had a different name than it was displaying. That's very interesting. But yeah, such a huge relief, guys. And then, I met another girl. And her name's Jessie, and she's pretty cool. I think that they prefer an ambiguous pronoun, so I'll have to remember that. I'm not very good at that, but we totally hit it off. We were dancing, and then we were fire dancing, and then we were like chopping it up. And I think I'm gonna take her on a date today. I'm gonna see if she wants to go for ice cream and like dip our toes in the stream, and then I'm gonna ask her all kinds of questions if she's down. Because that's how you do it. You gotta, that's how you get to know somebody. You gotta ask them all the questions while you're having quality time. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna see how that goes. Funny enough, I've seen this human around a ton. She knows my friends, so I assume she lives in Salt Lake and is friends with my friends. Because I swear I've seen her around all the time, and she always kind of stands out to me. And I don't know exactly why that is, but we're gonna find out today. Yeah, it's gonna be a sweet little playa date, Flick. I'm so stoked. Lidocaine gel really helps the sunburn pain. I, luckily enough, got out of the sun before it got too bad. I will say, like, my waistline and the top of my butt it might need some lidocaine. If it starts peeling, that's how I know I did too much. Yeah, the question, my dad refers to that as the chase, Tina Marie, the initial. I don't know why. I guess in his day there was a lot more chasing going on, but yeah, when you first meet someone, the courtship, he calls that the chase, and it's his favorite part. It is the best part. Getting to know someone, it's all novel. Everything you do with this person is going to be a novel experience, and I think that's why it's so great. Yeah, I do need a Luffy hat real bad. I was looking for one at Comic-Con, but I found the Luffy beanie, so we had to settle for it. The Arabian Bard, hello, hello. The courtship is real. But yeah, we'll see. I'll keep you guys apprised, of course, on how that's going. I mean, I think I'm going to do that interview with Angel today. I would like to. Although all these technical difficulties, maybe I'll just record it and we'll present it tomorrow. That might be how we have to do it. Remember to treat her like she's out of your league. Thanks, Seven Son. I appreciate you. But yeah, breaking addiction cycles, dude. There's so much of that going on. I'm going to go talk to the facilitators and kind of get to know them a little bit. I remember the guy was talking in the opening ceremony about the DARE program. You guys are familiar with the DARE program, right? When he was a young man, when he was a young boy, and DARE was in his school, he was recounting his memory of it and how the DARE program had encouraged. I hear you, Rocket Queen. I see you. What am I trying to say? Had encouraged kids to turn in their parents for smoking reefer. And he recounted how that he didn't, and his parents told him, if they ask you, you have to lie to them and tell them that we don't smoke that stuff. And he recounted how that was very confusing for him. That was like a huge, like, it didn't make any sense because that was their culture. His job was to pick out the seeds and the stems. Like, that was just their culture. And this is a native guy, right? I believe he said he was Navajo. But I should have paid more attention. Sometimes it's hard. but yeah, this was a huge, like, flip for him. He didn't his little boy's mind had a very hard time understanding why he needed to lie about this and why it wasn't okay. And he also recounted how when he was in class after that conversation with his parents and the DARE officer was in there, he was terrified that they were going to take him into a dark room and interrogate him, right, and do stuff to him. And like, are your parents smoking that stuff kind of thing? Just unrealistic fear, but like terrified, right? And recounted how like that really shaped much of what was to come. He expressed that he was a heroin addict, and that his parents both lost the fight with, I believe he said, meth and heroin. Rest in peace. but it does seem like that is the predominant story here. The facilitators of this event, that's not all, like, that's one of their stories, right? But collectively, that's the theme, right? So the whole purpose of Convergence. Do you guys know the book, the written definition of converge? It's to move towards unity, to come together from different directions. And I think that's beautiful. That's what this thing's all about. It's called Convergence. It's about coming together from different places and making the world a better place. And like basically that's what we do here, right? That's the whole thing. You know, it's wrapped up in a very particular wrapping paper. But like this is a small window that I have to see the change that I can affect with my crew, with you guys. But these people are doing it in their way, and on a different scale, in a different setting, in different wrapping paper. And it's just so cool to see like other people are doing it too. People are waking up. There is definitely an awakening happening. You guys tell me stuff that my friends tell me. Like you guys use the words of wisdom that I have in my ear. You know what I mean? And I don't think you're getting all that from me. It's you might get some of it from me, but you guys are aware. You guys are awake. You guys know what the deal is. And I don't think it's just us. I think it's happening everywhere. I think people are sick and tired of being sick and tired, and we all deserve happiness. We all deserve success in our own way. What's going on, Alan?
Hi.
How you doing? Hey, that reminds me, every 5 minutes I need to open the door or the battery cuts off. I probably shouldn't do this tomorrow.
Open the door.
Well,
quick.
Because if I'm just sitting here, it won't keep running.
I know, it'll turn off.
And I don't want to damage your batteries, so maybe tomorrow we'll do something different. I don't know. I haven't.
Well, I don't think my inside battery will die tomorrow.
Okay, cool. Well, I appreciate you facilitating this so much, Alan.
But opening the door makes it.
It'll kick the battery back on.
That's weird.
Yeah, I'll have to reconnect real quick, but it's been working.
Because when I'm charging battery phones and stuff, it's nonstop connection. But
well, I mean, I don't.
I'm thinking this is not solid.
Interesting. So, it might just not have the proper hardware. Electronics are very picky.
Yeah.
Yo, my stream is just blowing up. They appreciate you so much.
I need that little battery pack.
Right here.
Thank you.
Yeah, Millie the Dandelion, Flick Fox, Arabian Bard. Everybody loves you. Alan sends his love, guys.
Yes, thank you.
Do a flip! Bro, I don't have enough room in here. Heck yeah, guys. Another comment. Hello, welcome in. Charlie Mullins, Flamin' Jackson. Yeah, Dare was kind of a joke. They meant well, but they definitely, like, creating a program to keep kids off drugs, and the people that creating it have no idea, like, what it's like to be on drugs. That was the problem. You know what I mean? There's a huge disconnect there. And that's kind of the issue we're running into now, except we're now coming to an understanding that this thing's a disease. We're coming to an understanding that this is a sickness of the soul in the body, dude. This is not like people making bad choices. You know, obviously we make bad choices, right? But it's much, much more than that. And I think it's starting to be more understood. I don't think there will be something like Dare in the future. In fact, the next incarnation might actually be worth something. Hopefully. The war on drugs was a war on people. It was not. we all agree on that. Woo! Yeah, hit that like, subscribe, and the bell for notifications if you like what we do here. It certainly makes a big difference, guys. Omar ZXM, welcome in, by the way. Forgot to say that. Welcome in. Yeah, I'm stoked, guys. It's just going to get better and better. I did not videotape any fire last night. There's this weird thing that happens when you bring your camera equipment everywhere, just so, like, if something cool happens, you don't miss that moment. You end up trading your present moment for future memories, future past. Does that make sense? It makes sense. So that's always a hard choice to make. I will be videotaping the fire, but last night I wanted to be in the fire, so I did. But I'm gonna set up the gimbal and just catch the whole session next time, I think. And last night was cool, but it was definitely just a teaser. It was just a warm up. So don't worry, you guys didn't miss much. You guys didn't miss anything, really. The the real heavy awesomeness is coming. And we don't even have the whole crew here yet. So Travis should be showing up today. And I don't know if the other tribe members are going to make it, but we definitely sure are pulling for them. Hopefully Quentin, James, and Natalie make it, because that would make my day. I definitely am going to share some Arabian Bard, have no fear. I probably would not live stream it because then I can't talk to you guys while I'm participating in the fire. I probably will record it, and then we can hang out one morning, and or maybe I'll do a second show in the afternoon, right? And we can all do, what is it called, a live premiere, an instant premiere, right? So we'll watch the video live together. That way we can hang out and talk and stuff. I thought about live streaming it, but then I can't attend the camera and dance, you know? If they're in certain situations, that would be ideal, doing it live. Any bands playing Grateful Dead covers? There weren't any bands playing Grateful Dead covers last night, but there was a lot of Deadhead memorabilia and media. What's the right word? Imagery. There's Deadhead stuff everywhere, so I would not be surprised. This is definitely the crowd that would bust that stuff out. Yeah, we're gonna do the instant premiere, Shannon. That's for show. Yo, Shannon, your comment that I answered, I think you left it a day or a little bit more than that ago, but I answered it last night, and you said, "Don't outgrow us too quick," and I just loved that comment so much, because you know what, dude? I'm gonna grow with you guys. You guys are gonna grow with me. I'm not gonna outgrow you. It's just not happening. Yeah, you're stuck with me. So I just thank you for telling me that, though. I had never thought about that, like in that light, and I just want you guys to know I'm not gonna outgrow you. It ain't happening. We're gonna get this thing in an RV, and we're gonna travel the country, and we're gonna do meetups, and we're gonna put cameras all in the RV, and it's gonna become something else. You know, that's just one idea that I have, but I would like that to be reality within 2 years. I don't know if it's gonna take that long, but that would be wouldn't that be the coolest thing? Just pull up to your town and be like, "Yo, we're meeting up at this and the other." It would be really cool. It would be really cool. No apologies, Flick. This is exactly what this thing's for. And I'm quite fond of you. You're just fine. In fact, I should probably comment on what y'all are talking about instead of ignoring it. So I'm gonna scroll up. Scrolling up. Scrolling up. Scrolling up. I'm scrolling up. I do think time travel is possible, Mark Brown. Maybe not in this dimension. Yet. You know, now that I'm scrolling up, I'm not seeing what FlickFox said, but I am seeing the advice on what to do on my date. Usually how I handle things is I just be myself, and I try to connect, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna like idolize her, because then she'll disappoint me, and I'm not gonna feel like I'm above her either, because then I'll be like looking down on her, right? But if we can meet somewhere eye level in the middle, that's ideal. And so far that's been what's going on. So I think it'll be just fine. If I just let go of my ideas and I just like live in the moment, everything usually pans out pretty well. But I will say, when I'm doing that, the nervousness kicks in, right? And then that's kind of like the emotions kicking in, and then the logic goes out the window, and you just kind of have to like figure it out. It's really it's a thing, you know. It's its own thing. Yeah, the ice cream and dipping my toes. I thought of that while I was laying in bed last night. There's like a little market up the street that I'm pretty sure has ice cream, and there's a pretty sizable tree with like overhanging limbs, like right over the edge of the water. It's a beautiful spot. We could just sit down and like talk and eat ice cream and giggle. Maybe I'll get a smooch. Yeah, no expectations, Lacey. That's right. The land boat. Yes, one is needed. We got to get that. What is it? The Jawa crawler. What is their vehicle called? That huge monolithic vehicle that they store all their scrap robots in. Droids, I guess. The crawler. Yeah, we need a crawler. Now I really want to know what you guys are talking about. Thanks for saying that, Rocket Queen. My best guy mate treated me like a victim after my essay, and it made me angry, and I pushed him away. I miss him every day. Maybe I should reach out. Treated me like a victim. What do you mean by that, Flick? I am absorbing the information here. Yeah, you should reach out to him. With no expectations, right? Absolutely, Flick. Especially, you miss him every day. Say something, for sure. Blessed to Crochet, welcome in. Good to see you. Good morning. Debbie P, hello, hello. The sand crawler, that's right, Matrix. That's what we need. Feeling a lot better. Meds are working. How's that vape treating you, dude? Caddy Connie, welcome in. I finally trimmed my nose hairs. Super stoked. I love that all of our comments are about different things, but we're all saying the same things. I'm so proud of this boat. That's right, Tina. You guys literally make me, I start my day so proud. And just full up. That's what this does for me. And I hope it does something similar for you guys. I recognize that my morning shows haven't been as info packed as they usually are. And part of that is it's hard to gather my thoughts in this environment. So maybe I'll get up a little bit earlier and do some extra journaling or something, and that will help. Because I do have a lot to say. It's just, it's hard mixing these two things together. It really is. Captain, did you hear the news? I hit 1K last night. Oh, man. And I'm so thankful for all the love and support that I've gotten on the boat. You guys are rock stars. Well, heck yeah, Blessed to Crochet. It's about time. That's awesome. If I had my trophy, I'd wave it around. That's awesome, Blessed to Crochet. I'm so stoked about that. Long time coming. Let's go. Congratulations. But yeah, also, the festival hasn't started yet. Like, it just started like last night, right? So there wasn't a whole lot of interaction and things to discuss, I guess, other than what we normally do. Space Diesel, what's going on? Yeah, the yesterday was definitely just like that, Space Diesel. All the magical love and positive vibes. If you're just joining us, my interactions with my friends yesterday went way better than I had anticipated. In fact, I couldn't have imagined them going better at all. The wounds are well on their way to healing. Me and Hannah are good friends, you know, and I love her. And I met a man that lives across the street that has spent half of his life in prison. He's 23 years old, and he got out of prison in January. That means he's earning in juvenile detention, high school, basically. But he got out of prison in January, and he's now backpacking across the country with his dog, trying to live a different life, right? Trying to just be in the present moment and go where the wind takes him, you know? Never go back to jail. And his story is inspiring. I think I'm going to get him on here for an interview because that hits a bunch of different lifeboat notes all wrapped up into one. You know what I mean? Space Diesel asks what festival you may be at. I'm at Convergence Festival in Aztec, New Mexico. You don't have to disclose the exact festival, but maybe a hint. No, you guys are welcome to come out here. I don't know what the cost is. I don't know what the rules are. but you're welcome to come out. I do not mind disclosing my list. I'm performing. I didn't have to do any of that. But I think if you if you sign up for volunteer hours, which is just like working the gate and welcoming people, helping people get wristbands, just like general, stuff that needs doing. If you do, I can't remember how many volunteer hours, but you can get a free ticket if you so choose. I probably should have said that before the festival started. But if you do feel like coming down here, you're welcome too. Adonis, what's going on? What is going on? Yeah, I'm at Convergence in Aztec, New Mexico, right on the border of Colorado. I don't know what the ticket situation is. Lagatha Lothbrook? I don't know, Space. We're like right on the border of Colorado in Durango. Wristbands, like ticketing stuff, gate, like welcoming people. There's all kinds of little tasks that need doing, and they will trade a ticket for volunteer hours. I think that there's probably, I don't know how many people. It's hard to judge. It's bigger than Building Man, if you're familiar. It's more spread out than Element 11, the last one that I went to, but I don't think it's as many people. It's hard to judge. It's a big, wide, spread out space. A bunch of people showed up today, so it's going to get bigger. Last night, we filled one stage pretty amply with the amount of people, and it was not the main stage. It was like a side stage. So I'm expecting it to get bigger, obviously, today. Max capacity, I'm very curious to see. It might end up bigger than the last one we were at. Absolutely, Space Diesel. There's so much positive to build and levels to build mentally, physically, spiritually. And dude, this whole thing is about that. And I didn't know. I just ended up here divinely somehow. Like all the facilitators are breaking addiction cycles in their lives. And this festival for them is how, like, what the lifeboat is for me, how I'm spreading my love and my change. This festival is how they're doing that. Basically the same exact thing, except they're throwing a festival, having interpersonal interactions, and changing lives. It's really cool. It is so cool. I'm stoked to get Angel on here to do an interview. I'll probably talk with him about that today, see what he wants to do. He seems pretty open. Yeah, the intimate interactions are always my favorite as well. What's going on, Adonis? Welcome in. The spinny wheel of death. Is Ben Bacon Bits in here? Oh, there he is. I see him. Well, we've experienced serious technical difficulties today, guys, but we made it through. Yeah, the best times are spontaneous. I was just talking a bit ago about this girl that I had met. I'm gonna take her on a little date today. We're gonna have ice cream and dip our toes in the stream if she so wishes. And I think what's so cool about the courtship portion of a relationship, when you first meet and you're getting to know each other, what's so cool about that is it's everything you're doing with this person is novel. Literally everything you experience with this person is new because they're new and y'all are new to each other. So I am really excited for that. That continuation. We did a lot of dancing and chit-chatting last night. Lots of giggling and smiling and hugging. She's a great hugger. Stoked. Andy Paul, welcome from the UK, my brother. Shamar Braxton. Thought the date would consist of peyote in the desert and later hugging cactuses for good luck. Not necessarily. Although, I feel like you said something really stupid earlier, too. Sharon Dixon, welcome in. RSM, novel is fun. Yes, yes, yes. So we talk a lot about, well, sometimes we talk about hallucinogens and trippy drugs, right? And how they're very difficult to abuse. And then yesterday at the opening ceremony, the guy said a lot of words about abusing plant medicine. So it is a thing, right? It is a thing. And I think what he was talking about is smoking excessive amounts of pot, right? Taking plant medicine like mushrooms or peyote, for example, without a purpose, without a question, without intentions, just with the purpose of getting high, right? This is abuse of plant medicine. And that's what he was describing, right? And I think it's important to identify that juxtaposition and that difference, because we can abuse any form of medicine. Remember, we get medicine from the doctor that is potentially dangerous, right? If we misuse it, if we abuse it, if we don't take it as directed, that's the difference, right? So there's no label on weed. There's no label on mushrooms, on peyote, on these other plant medicines. That was my little air quotes. So what is abuse? What is not? I think that this could be an entire show's topic. But if we were to break it down as simply as possible, I mean, those medicines, you're supposed to take them with intent and a question. Like, hey, like for example, maybe I'm about to smoke a bowl. You should talk to your medicine. Like, hey, I want to ingest you. Please fill me with your spirit, etc., etc. I would like to receive peace and tranquility right now, or something like that. Or maybe you're at a very difficult point in your life and you feel like you want to get some answers. Maybe you want to do a little mushrooms or something. Ask, what do I need to be doing right now? What do I need to see, hear, receive? Please give me the message. And it friggin' will. It friggin' will. These medicines are powerful. But it's very important that we identify the difference between abuse and use. Sharon Dixon says, I was an archaeologist, and it is true that one of the first thing man did was get off their face. Plants. I don't understand, but that's okay. Ice cream and chilling by the stream would 100% win me over. Calling it courtship is super cute. I'm literally grinning from ear to ear for you. Well, heck yeah, Flick. I don't know if we're going to ride off into the sunset or anything, right? But today is going to be great. I'm really excited for the interactions of today. Space Jesus says, I feel it's very healthy for our mental and physical to take a step out of our day-to-day repetition serving. Vacation, festivals, travel, nature, so many ways to take a step away. Exactly. I was just talking the other day about the importance of breaking up your routine. Obviously, it's very, very serving to have a solid routine, right? But we can't do that forever. We have to break it up, break up the monotony. What Space Diesel is saying. We deserve a little vacation, a little me time. We deserve a little kickback, from the world, from the universe. Just popped in for a few. Good to see you, Barbie. Dog sitting, and he wants to go out. Chat with you all later. Have a wonderful time on your date. I promise, Barbie, it will be great. I have no doubt. Yeah, this whole thing is about connection. It's super crazy. I need to find a way to bring more of that aspect of the festival to the lifeboat. And that's really my main goal right now. Because we talk about it, I can tell you about it all the live long day, but I want you to see it. I want you to experience it and feel it. So the interview with Angel will be a good move in that direction. And also, I'm gonna have to literally take you guys down there with the iPad, or maybe I'll take a video. I'm not entirely sure. If I had the foresight, that opening ceremony would have been great, but I'm sure there'll be more. They're gonna be doing a sweat. They have a sweat lodge here. I believe the women are sweating today, and there's a men's sweat tomorrow and a co-ed on Sunday. So I'm going to go tomorrow, I think 3 p.m., he said. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with a sweat lodge. I don't have the details and the words to describe it properly right now in the traditional sense, but the native people call it suffering together. And it's a very sacred, traditional rite thing that they do. I'm definitely not using the right words, but they call it suffering together. I've done a sweat lodge once, and it was transformative, to say the very least. But I will have to drink a ton of water today if that's what I want to do tomorrow. So that's my plan. First symbol for Christianity was a mushroom. They were called people of the word. That is some obscure information, Matrix. I did not know that. John Brister, how you doing? How you feeling today, my friend? This is John from Brooklyn, New York, saying hello to you. Well, hello, John. Welcome in. Thanks for saying hey. I'm glad you're here, brother. I'm doing great. I don't know what that word is, but I feel like we're gonna do that. Lost my train of thought, folks. Sorry about that. Magic of Healing Jimena, good to see you. I'm so glad you're here. I wore your bracelet all day when I was building the dome. I don't know if you guys can see. Let's see if we can. But I have, oh, you can't see it all. I have a wicked sunburn everywhere except where the bracelet was, which is pretty cool. Which is pretty fun, dude. Matrix. I used to. One of my dreams used to be to travel the world, and immerse myself in different cultures and religions, and like learn their ways and like live amongst them, and then move and do it again with a different culture and religion, and just kind of travel the world and get. I'm gonna wrap it up. I can't leave without saying goodbye properly. What about now? What about now? What about now? Oh my gosh, it works? Okay. Guys, the good news is this won't happen tomorrow because the big bad battery won't die. So this is a one-time thing. It was plan B, and there is a plan C and a D, so don't sweat. Plan B just happens to kind of suck, I guess. Maybe we'll just take that plan out and make plan C plan B. But anyways, yeah, this won't happen tomorrow. We have a bigger battery. Thanks for bearing with me, y'all. I'm just gonna wrap it up. I don't want to turn it off without saying goodbye properly. You know what I mean? Um, Again, I forgot what I was talking about, but it's okay. It's okay. Man, the technical difficulties really bum me out, man. But yeah, I'm gonna go do the thing. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go do the thing, guys. Hit that like, subscribe, and the bell for notifications. Wrote a poem and got a C on it. What the heck? Speaking of poems, we were building the dome and we were taking a little break in the shade. And one of the volunteers, her name's Dom, she said to me, well, to us, she's like, "Do you guys want to hear some poetry?" And I wrote some poems. And she had some of the cutest little poems that were like sprinkled with dark humor and like the light beyond. And just like the themes in her little poems were so friggin' cool, guys. I wish I could have remembered them. Captain, what are your thoughts on mushrooms for a mental and soul cleanse getaway? I think that plant medicines such as mushrooms and other similar things are very good for that in the right setting, in the right like mind state, right? I don't think that mushrooms are a fix-all, but with the right intentions and the right environment and the right individual, I think they can work magic. I used to do a lot of these plant medicines, and I may one day again ingest mushrooms. But right now, I'm really enjoying my mind being in one piece. I'm really enjoying finding out who I really am and walking this path. Um, so that's not. I have nothing against plant medicine, and I do think that I'll have to look at your words. Hold on here. Mental and soul cleanse getaway. I think it's great for that. That's my short answer. I wonder how old that troll was. Who comes in here and just says Punani? Like, come on. What are you, 5? Yeah, not to be taken advantage of. That's right, that's right, that's right. All right, guys, I love you guys so friggin' much. Thanks for being here. I'm so grateful that what I'm doing here has a positive effect. If it didn't, I wouldn't be doing it. Literally, it wouldn't matter if it made all the money in the world. If it wasn't making a difference, it wouldn't matter to me. So, and for the record, I'm not making all the money in the world. I'm able to do this, what I'm doing right now, because I'm getting paid to perform here. For the record, I just don't want you guys to think that I'm like hauling in dough. It's not. That's not what's happening at all. but we are making it work, and that's what matters. That's all that matters. As long as we keep this thing running, we keep the lights on and the doors open, that's all that friggin' matters, right? So here's to you, crew, the best crew a captain could have, the best mods in the biz. And Krista, Melinda, it's really good to see you. But I'm going to shut it down. Hit that like, subscribe, and the bell for notifications. You know the deal. And I'll probably end up seeing you later today or in the morning. I'm not entirely sure what the plan is, but as soon as I can get that interview recorded, I'm going to present it to you guys. So have a great day, y'all. It's Friday. Treat yourself. Okay. Bye.